Welcome back to Daily Drives, where we bring you the latest, the boldest, and the most exciting from the world of motorcycles. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. Today, we're diving into the 2026 edition of a bike that's been turning heads since its debut to the Jawa 42 Bobber, and trust me, this year's update is more than just a cosmetic refresh. So let's get straight into it. The Jawa 42 Bobber 2026 arrives with a sharper personality and a more refined soul. For fans of the bobber lifestyle, this machine has always been a symbol of style, individuality, and freedom. And this year, Jawa has taken that spirit and turned the volume up. Right from the first glance, you'll notice how the bike's stance feels lower, meaner, and more purposeful. The minimalist bodywork and single-seater design are carried over from previous years, but with tighter panel gaps, crisper paint finishes, and a darker, more aggressive theme that oozes confidence. Powering this beauty is the same tried and tested 334cc, single-cylinder, liquid-cooled engine, but it's been refined for 2026 with a retuned fuel mapping system. The result: smoother throttle response, better low-end torque, and improved fuel efficiency. Jawa claims a slight bump in power output to around 30 horsepower with torque in the mid-30s, but what really matters here is the ride quality. The torque curve feels more usable now, especially in city traffic and twisty backroads. One of the biggest upgrades this year is the new ride-by-wire throttle system. Yes, you heard that right. Jawa has finally given the 42 Bobber a modern touch with this electronic throttle setup, which makes power delivery more precise and gives riders access to features like cruise control and other new addition. This may sound like a luxury for a retro-style bike, but once you try it on long highway rides, you'll appreciate the difference. Speaking of highways, let's talk about comfort. Jawa has made subtle changes to the seat padding and shape. The floating single seat has always looked stunning, but comfort was sometimes a trade-off. For 2026, they've worked on both the foam density and the suspension setup. You still get the telescopic forks at the front and a monoshock at the rear, but both have been retuned for better damping, especially over rough surfaces. It's not plush by any means, remember. It's still a Bobber, but it's more forgiving now than previous versions. Braking duties are handled by disc brakes at both ends, with dual-channel ABS as standard. The bite is strong, progressive, and confidence-inspiring. The front lever feel has been improved this year with better brake master cylinder tuning, so modulating the brakes in traffic or under emergency stops feels more predictable. Now, when it comes to the instrument cluster, Jawa has taken a step forward but retained that retro charm. It's still a single-pod unit, but now fully digital with a negative LCD display. It shows gear position, fuel range, a digital tachometer, and even Bluetooth connectivity for turn-by-turn navigation and notifications. You can sync your phone using the Jawa app, which has also received a cleaner, more responsive interface. The exhaust note, the heart and soul of any Jawa, is deeper and more bassy this year. The twin exhausts have been slightly redesigned internally for a throatier growl. It's the kind of sound that turns heads at traffic lights and makes every tunnel feel like an experience. Jawa purists will still find that familiar rumble, but there's a bit more maturity to the sound now. Customization continues to be a major focus for the 42 Bobber series, and the 2026 model pushes this even further. You now have factory-fitted customization options like bar and mirrors, different handlebar styles, headlamp grills, pannier mounts, and even different seat textures. Jawa offers these as packages so you can tailor your bike to your taste right from the dealership and no more running around aftermarket stores trying to find parts that match. And now for the new color schemes. Jawa has introduced two striking new shades as a Crimson Nebula and Matte Bronze Dust, both of which bring out the sculpted tank and fenders beautifully. These colors are paired with subtle pinstriping and premium badging that's now laser-etched instead of decal-based. The finish feels premium, and the attention to detail is a big step up from earlier models. The riding ergonomics have also seen minor tweaks. The foot pegs are slightly rear-set now for a more natural foot position, and the new handlebar has a wider sweep, This translates into a more relaxed posture for city commuting and highway cruising alike. It's a subtle change, but if you've ridden older models, you'll notice the improvement immediately. On the practical side, the Jawa 42 Bobber 2026 offers slightly better ground clearance and a new side stand design that's more stable on uneven ground. There's also a small underseat compartment for your documents or a toolkit, not a game changer, but useful nonetheless. Now let's talk pricing. The Jawa 42 Bobber 2026 comes at a slight premium over last year's model, but considering the added features, better ride refinement, and new tech upgrades, it feels justified. The base variant starts around the A superscript 12.25 Lock Mark X showroom, with custom packs pushing it closer to A superscript 12.5 Lock depending on what you choose. Compared to rivals in this niche, think Royal Enfield's Classic 350 or even the Yazdi Roadster, the 42 Bobber brings a unique blend of old-school soul and new-age tech. In short, the Jawa 42 Bobber 2026 is not just a head-turner, it's a heart-stealer. It combines vintage appeal with practical updates that actually make a difference in everyday riding. Whether you're a seasoned rider looking for a second machine with flair, or a first-timer wanting something unique and manageable, this bike delivers. So that's our deep dive into the 2026 Jawa 42 Bobber. Let us know in the comments what you think about the new features. Is this the perfect blend of retro and modern for you, or are you waiting to see how it performs in long-term reviews? Either way, we love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe to Daily Drives for more motorcycle content, reviews, and updates. We've got a lot more coming your way, from gear reviews to road trips to expert insights. Until next time, stay safe, ride hard, and as always, keep your rubber on the road. Thanks for watching.